Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome to Eli Cooks, and today we'll be making udon noodles from scratch. So, let's get started. I'm going to need about 600 grams of flour, so go ahead and measure that out. After you're done measuring the flour, go ahead and measure out 30 grams of salt. Next, go ahead and get some water and measure out about 300 milliliters of water. It's okay if it's a little over. Make sure to stir the salt and water mixture very well till it combines. After you're done mixing the water and salt, go ahead and make a well in the center of your flour and pour in the water and salt mixture in the middle. You can go ahead and start mixing it barehanded, but I recommend using a spatula in the beginning so that way it's a little combined already, and then you can start kneading with your hands. Now, this kneading process with the hands took me about 30 to 40 minutes to get the right consistency. This type of dough is very flaky, so be very patient. Just make sure to combine everything really well, and eventually everything will stick together. Time is patience. It's about 10 minutes in and it's already looking a little flaky, but you can see the dough is starting to combine. It's been about 30 minutes, so now the dough looks very well combined. No flaky parts anymore, looking way more like a big ball of dough. Just for good measure, I mixed it for about 10 minutes extra to make sure nothing else will be flaky. Towards the end of the process, go ahead and mix the dough just like this and try to fold it back. When you fold a type of dough like this backwards into together, it makes the dough stick together really well and make it really less flaky. It's okay if little bits fall off just like it's showing right now. It's supposed to be like that. After you're done, your ball of dough should look just like this. Now here's the fun part. Get a big cutting board or whatever you want to use. It could be parchment paper only. Put your dough on there, and now we're going to start stepping on it. Sorry, I didn't get my pedicure, so socks on today, guys. Go ahead and step on the dough for about 5 to 10 minutes and make sure it's completely flat out. Should look like something just like this. After you're done, go ahead and roll it back in a big ball of dough and put them back in your mixing bowl for about 30 minutes. Go ahead and put a dry towel over it to cover it, or plastic wrap if you have that, it works fine. After it's been 30 minutes, go ahead and step on it and repeat the process. Just step on it for another 5 minutes and then you're going to let it rest for another 30 minutes. After another 30 minutes, go ahead and repeat the process one more time. Step on it for about 5 to 8 minutes. And now, let the dough rest for actually 1 whole hour. After it's been 1 whole hour, go ahead and take the dough out of the bowl. Cut it in half so it makes it easier to do the last step of the process. Now we're going to roll out the dough as flat as we can because we're going to cut this dough into noodle shapes. Once you have it as flat as you can, go ahead and put potato starch all around the noodle dough mixture. Go ahead and fold the dough in half and put potato starch all over your knife, so that way when you're cutting it doesn't stick to your knife. Go ahead and cut the dough in 1/4 inches or as small as you can, so that way you have a bunch of noodles. Look at that. Perfect texture, perfect size. Now this is totally optional, but you can go ahead and cut up some meat for your udon. Go ahead and cut an onion into chopped slices. After that, go ahead and get some water in the stove and put it to a boil. Once it's boiling, go ahead and put your udon noodles in and boil it for about 10 to 15 minutes. While the noodles are cooking, we're going to go ahead and start cooking our meat and onion. Make sure to cook all your meat so it's fully cooked, or to your desired texture since it's beef, so it can be like well done, medium, whatever. We usually do like closer to medium well. When your meat's to your desired texture, go ahead and add the onions and cook it till it's translucent. This part is optional, but go ahead and add some green onions after your onions are translucent. And then go ahead and mix it around pretty good. After everything's done, I'm going to start making the broth. Go ahead and add And also go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Once everything's combined, go ahead and start adding some water to your broth. Now it depends how much broth you want, but you can keep adding more and more water, so that way if you like your udon really soupy, you can add a lot of water, or if you don't like it that much broth, then you add just a little tiny bit. We personally like a lot of broth, so we put a lot of water in our udon mixture. Once it's been boiling for a bit, it looks like this part is done. You can go ahead and set your broth to the side. Go ahead and take your noodles out of the boiling water, probably because it's time. Look at our delicious noodles, nice and thick. Go ahead and pour your broth mixture with the onion and meat over into the bowl. And voila, that's how you make udon and beef udon soup. Let's have a little taste here, and this is so freaking good. Oh my gosh, it's nice and fresh, homemade, delicious, savory, healthy. What more could you ask for? Well, that's it from us, guys. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoy this, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye bye.